Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the Off the Field podcast. How you guys doing today? Hope you guys are doing well. All right, turned up in here real quick. All right, we're gonna get it turned up in here real quick. Hope you guys doing all right. All right, people. First podcast of the year, 2024. I hope you guys are doing well. Been doing all right a little bit myself. Can't complain too much, you know. Got things that we want to do, things we want to achieve. So we gotta get to it. At the end of the day, no one can do it for you but yourself. So if you want something, you gotta go get it done. All right, people, that's your lesson for the day. All right, we got a lot of things to talk about. A lot of things happen in the world of sports. We got football news, we got basketball news, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. So, but yeah, hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys enjoyed your like holidays and stuff like that. Hope everything has been good with you guys. The first thing we're gonna talk about today is the Los Angeles Lakers. I feel like I haven't talked about them in a minute, and it's time for a change, ladies and gentlemen. Whether that means Darvin Ham or some trades need to happen, something needs to happen because what I'm seeing from the Lakers right now is not great at all. All right. We are currently one game below 500, if I remember correctly. Uh, yeah. So we're 17 and 18. We're 10th in the Western Conference, people, below the Suns. Oh, excuse me, below the Suns, right above the Warriors. The Warriors are one game back from us. So yeah, it's not looking good. This is not the way we want it to be. We were just the other day I checked, we're like the fourth seed, and now we're all at the 10th seed. And now we gotta worry about playing tournament and all that type of stuff. And that's not where we want to be. This roster, basically with the addition of Cam Reddish, if you removed, and the only people we really removed was uh Mo Bamba. No, Mo Bamba was already gone by then. Was what's it called? Who was on the roster last year? Dennis Schroeder and Lonnie Walker. And we added Cam Reddish, Torian Prince, and then we re-signed a bunch of guys, and we added Christian Wood and Jackson Hayes. That team should be better from the team than last year. But guess what? It's not for some reason. And I think it's because of Darvin Ham. All right. Darvin Ham, if you don't know, he's a player's coach. Mike from the Mike Budenholzer tree, I believe. And he has not been doing a good job, in my opinion. And we need to like fix he needs to fix up, in my opinion. And because he has it, we do not look good. And sorry. Yeah. He hasn't fixed up in anything. I'm gonna list everything that he's done wrong, which is not so people aren't just saying, "Oh, you're just blaming the coach." Oh, why are the players not stepping up? All right. So the first thing he does every single night, it feels like there needs to be a different starting lineup. All right. Now he's starting a lineup of what's it called? AR, Vando, no, not Vando, Cam, Prince, LeBron, and 80, right? On paper, that seems fine and all, right? But guess what? Cam Reddish just came back from injury. Why is it that every time Cam Reddish comes back from injury, he goes straight into the starting lineup? All right. At first, I got it because we needed help some defensively, but because we took one of D'Lo and Austin Reeves out, but now they're both on the bench. But we took one of them out of the starting lineup, so we didn't need that much like help defensively because both of them being on the court was making our defense really look worse than it was. Now that they're removed, like you don't really need, and you put Vando in the starting lineup already. Like how much? Like I don't get what he's doing. So yeah, so now Cam Reddish, like don't get me wrong, I love his story. Young player that had all the hype coming out of high school, didn't really live up to it, but still made the league. Right now he's bounced from team to team, but he looks like he's found a home in the Lakers. So, well, at least that's what it looked like in the beginning of the season. But now it looks like he's taking that step back, and That's not what the Lakers need, and from what I'm seeing, his defense isn't that great as it used to be. At least compared in the beginning of the year, you're talking about a guy that was supposed to play like 10 to 15 minutes a night, maybe 20 max. But now this guy's out here playing 30 minutes and starting in the lineup. Now you're really seeing his defense. Like you're really seeing his weaknesses and stuff like that. I couldn't say the word, so I'm gonna just use a different word. But now you're actually seeing his weaknesses, and it doesn't look right. And what's it called? And it just looks like he's like a he's basically a negative out there, bro. I'm pretty sure he dropped 0 points the other day, if I remember correctly. It was two players in our starting lineups that dropped 0 points, right? Like, how can you compete with teams like that? And mind you, the Miami Heat that we lost to, they didn't have what's it called? They didn't have Jimmy Butler playing. They started Kyle Lowry, Tyler Hero, Bam, Nikola Jovic, and Hani what the rookie Jamie, whatever, I don't know how to say his name properly, but JJ Jr., the one from UCLA. So in our starting lineup, we had two players give us donuts. All right, Torian Prince, he played 29 minutes and gave us a donut. And what's it called? Cam Reddish played 19 minutes and gave us a donut, bro. Like, what are you doing on the floor at that point? Because you're supposed to be playing defense, right? Everybody on the Heat dropped 10 plus points, bro. So what defense was you playing? I don't see it. But yeah, Cam Reddish, I don't really have a problem with him being on the team. But when you're getting outscored by guys like Max Christie in 28 minutes, and he had 14 points and 5 rebounds. Why should why should you start, bro? What are you doing to earn those minutes in that starting position? And that's the thing I think like Darvin Ham is not getting, and why that's affecting the team as a whole and things like that. I feel like he's just giving guys minutes, and he doesn't care. And like, you got D'Lo, Austin Reeves before this game, all on the bench, and these guys are like, "Hey, why am I on the bench? This guy's out here. Yeah, maybe he can play defense, but he can't score a lick. Guess how you win basketball games? By scoring points at the end of the day. And those guys don't do it well enough. So I say put D'Lo back in the starting lineup or put Austin Reeves back in the starting lineup. One of the guards needs to be on the floor. My belief has been that the Lakers are a team that needs to play big, and that's going by two bigs, and I said three forwards because we have a bunch of wing players and one guard. Two guards don't need to be on the floor at the same time. All right, until both the guards learn to play defense, and you don't have to hide both of them on defense, then they both can't be on the floor. All right. So now you got Cam Reddish playing starting minutes basically every other night when he's not injured. And that's like, even just the idea that a player can come back from injury and you just chuck him in straight into the starting lineup and play him heavy minutes, and not like, why just let him come off the bench and let him get used, get a rhythm, like it doesn't make sense for you to like put him straight in the starting lineup, in my opinion. But guess what? He does what he wants, and he puts Cam in the starting lineup. And some days he'll put Vandal's starting lineup. Vandal is an interesting case because I feel like he does things better than Cam Reddish, in my opinion, because he is out here chasing rebounds and stuff like that. I don't really see that from Cam Reddish. But yeah, I don't know, bro. Maybe I feel like I'm just yapping and shit like that. But this guy, bro, like, it's so many problems. Like and then the whole reason why we benched one of Austin Reeves and D'Lo was that because they were playing bad defensively, and teams can just pick on that. Why would you bring them both off the bench at the same time, bro? What sense does that make, bro? Like, the starting, and then there was another fun fact that came out the other day. The Lakers ran there was a lineup that we ran last year. Basically consists of D'Lo, I think it was D'Lo, Austin, either Ryu or Vando, LeBron, and 80. That lineup has barely played this season, and that lineup is basically what was the key lineup that took us to the Western Conference Finals. So why you're not even relying on the things that you did last year? You're just out here throwing stuff, trying to catch something, try to see what you can catch. And when you do catch something, you don't go back to it. You just say, you know what, I don't care. Like you don't ride the hot hand, in my opinion. You don't do any of that. Like, and now you're supposed to be a player's coach, and the players can't even believe in you. The players that Shams had a report today that he had 6 different sources. 6. Do you know how crazy that is? 6 different sources of play that said that the players were not happy with the lineups and stuff like that. And this man, like, you're supposed to be a player's coach. You're not an X's and O's coach, in my opinion. So what are you there for? Now, Laker fans, Laker Nation, bro, y'all gonna kill me for this, but it might be time to bring in Doc Rivers, bro. Yes, Doc Rivers is known for blowing the leads and stuff like that in the playoffs, but listen to my plan, right? Rajon Rondo came out in an interview the other day and said that me and Braun handled the offense, Frank Vogel coached the defense. Now, this is what I want to do with Doc Rivers. First of all, he's never coached outside of Rondo. I don't believe he's coached a player with the same as high as an IQ as LeBron, right? So what I want to do, bring Phil Handy back. Uh right? I don't really I love Phil Handy. I love the words that he does with the what's it called? With the guys. I believe he's great at developing players. Uh so right, we're gonna bring Phil Handy back. The next thing we're gonna do is hire Rajon Rondo, right? Another high IQ guy that can help Doc. We're gonna bring Chris Jent back, right? Second season with the Lakers. He's been on multiple stats and stuff like that. We're gonna bring him back. Uh, but I would say bring most of the other guys back, depending on how you feel. But the key part is that we're gonna build a staff around Doc, and we're gonna give him. We're gonna have Rondo and Doc as I don't want to say the two coaches, but those are going to be the two additions that we have. Because when it comes to playoff times, when you're talking about blowing those 3-1 leads, Rondo's not going to let that happen. Too much of a high IQ guy, right? So we're going to have Rondo for there. We're going to have LeBron there, another high IQ guy. So even if you say that Doc Rivers is going to blow, is known for blowing leads, now you put pieces around him that's going to stop that, right? And the key part is you're just gonna, whether it's for the rest of the year, you bring him on for the rest of the year, and we'll see how the end of the year goes, right? And then if I don't know when the let me see, when is the trade deadline for the NBA? February 8th, right? So we're gonna wait till I would say bring in what's it called, Doc and Rondo in now, and then until the first week around February, if you see no changes, if you don't see the changes that you need to see from the players, time to ship them out. D'Lo, everyone knows I'm a D'Lo fan, bro. You can see the jersey right there, bro. I've been watching D'Lo since he was a rookie. That's how I got, like, when I first started watching NBA. The Lakers were always my team, but when I really started getting serious as a Lakers fan, D'Lo was the rookie we drafted that year, and I basically followed his story ever since then, from Brooklyn to the Warriors to the Wolves, and he has D'Lo as good as he can be. Like, don't get me wrong, I'll go bat for the guy, but I'm not gonna lie and say that he's not a very inconsistent player. That is a fact about D'Lo. He's very inconsistent, but I believe there's a player there. But guess what? If D'Lo doesn't work out, if we still seen that inconsistent from him, uh, if we still seen that inconsistent from him, then guess what? We're gonna trade you, D'Lo. Austin Reeves, you're not untouchable. I'm sorry. I'm seeing way too many Laker fans saying he's untouchable and all this and all that. You're not, bro. You're not, in my opinion. Uh, sorry. Give me 1 second. But yeah, you're not untouchable, Austin Reeves. Especially, don't get me wrong. It's not that you're not a good player. I think you have a lot of value, and if that helps us get a third star, then I'm all for it. Whether that's Zach Levine, uh, getting Dejounte Murray, there's two things that the Lakers need: a backup big because AD is playing way too many minutes, and it's not good for him. Whether you the usage rate and all that stuff, the guy is already carrying a whole defensive unit as a whole. The last thing we need is for him, like, some games, like, he just needs a few minutes, bro. Like, there was a game the other day where he played the whole second half, and I think we still lost him, some shit like that. Like, that cannot keep on going on. So there's great names out there that I would love to. It doesn't even matter like if it's like a stretch big or anybody like that. Just get a big that can play 10 to 15 minutes, and that would be good for us, bro. This is another reason why we're gonna have to talk. Hey, Lakers fan, I know you guys love this guy because he was Kobe's agent. He's been part of the Laker family, helped build the roster in 2020. He was there with Magic when they were both hired. But we're gonna have to talk about Rob Pelinka, because why did you let the what's it called, Tristan Thompson go, bro? I saw what I needed for to see from him, bro, in the playoffs, bro. He went down there, banged with Jokic, and that was good enough for me, bro. He rebounded well, he played well, brought good energy off the bench, and had the leadership that we needed, bro. And that I believe that he would have helped AD, bro. He didn't have to start, bro, but could he have been like a relief pitcher for AD, bro? Yes, like that's what we needed, bro. If you tell me you bring one, we have Tristan Thompson, we probably win a couple more games because AD gets that rest that he needs, bro. And we have a solid big that's not out here doing dumb shit like when we have Jackson Hayes and Christian Wood on the floor, right? So that's one person. That's one thing we need. We need a backup big, right? If you can get two, that would be great. But preferably, I'd love a stretch big, a guy like Jakob Pertl, Brook Lopez. We're probably not gonna get Brook Lopez, but you see what I'm talking about. The type of players that we need, and then we need somebody that can bang down all right. If there was an interview Jokic did the other day, he said the best defense a team has played against him was the 2020 Lakers because they sent three different guys at him. He had 80 different type of defender. He had Dwight Howard, different type of defender, and then he had JaVale McGee. You got one who can block shots, that's known for really blocking shots and stuff like that, who's very linky, very long, and who can hold up. Then you got Dwight Howard, who can be really physical with him, which I believe could have been our Tristan Thompson. And then you got AD, right? So now we need to find now we need to find those replacements, and that's something that Rob Pelinka needs to do. The other key position that we need when it comes is point guard, and we need somebody that's able to attack the rim. We need somebody that's able to guard the perimeter, like guard the best perimeter player, and I believe that we don't have that on this roster. We had Lonnie Walker and Dennis Schroeder, but we let them both go to bring in Gabe Vincent. Hey, I'm not gonna complain. That's clearly the wrong move. We can't change it, change the pass, but that's something we need to fix. There's a bunch of teams out there in the NBA with a bunch of guards, and we need to be able to target them, bro. Whether that's Portland, whether that's Orlando, whether that's the Raptors. There's teams out there, there's deals that can be done, bro. The third thing is if we can get a third star, we need somebody that can go with Braun and AD that you know that's gonna give you 20 plus a night, bro. Whether that's Zach Levine, Donovan Mitchell, whoever it is, bro. Sell the future. I would I would say sell the future. That way you can have that pair with AD post LeBron. Right now he grows into that role. He takes over the role. Right. Uh, he knows how to play with AD when LeBron is gone, and he can do whatever he needs to do. Right. So if you have Donovan Mitchell and AD, I believe that's a pair that can win rings in the future post LeBron, and they can win with LeBron right now. So you see what you're it's kind of difficult what you're looking for because you don't want to take a contract like Zach Levine, who's like on a 5 year, $250 million deal or some shit like that. And then when it's like maybe you win now, but post LeBron, that those the duo of Zach Levine and AD isn't working. You see what I mean? So that's gonna be the difficult thing, but sell the future. I don't care, bro. Because what happened? Look at the pick that we made this year, bro. JHS, bro, does not look like a best. Does not look like he's NBA ready, in my opinion. And that was a mistake that we made, and that shows you that having your draft pick isn't always the best, bro. Like, give me what's it called? The give me the active player that has the give me the player that's active in the NBA that has experience and stuff like that. Right? Once you get that done, I believe we have the wings. Depending on what moves you make, I don't think it'll take about you should like your depth will go away, your depth will go away, but you should be able to at least be left with Vandal or one of Hachimura. I believe Hachimura would be one of the players that will be going, but one of Vandal or Cameras would be there, so you could use them as a backup piece, as a player to come off the bench, in my opinion. And they'll be able to play defense in key moments, and then you pair that up with everything else you got, and then you have your recipe, bro. Like I remember, like the 2020 Lakers, bro. The one thing they did well, bro, play defense, bro. Guess what? And we're gonna attack the rim every single night. You're gonna get, and then the only two people that were really shooting threes like that were Bradley Bill. I said Bradley Bill, Avery Bradley, and Danny Green. Everybody else was doing their job, bro. Braun would get the relief from Rondo. That way he didn't have to be the point guard like for a whole game. Rondo would come in here and there, make his passes, help run the offense until Braun can come back in. And sometimes he ran it even when Braun was on the court, just to help Braun save some energy. And that's the role we kind of wanted Dito to fit, but unfortunately he wasn't able to fit that. But I at the end of the day, to me, it doesn't matter what moves the Lakers make, bro. It doesn't matter who they trade. It doesn't matter who they trade for, bro. Whether you think the team right now is ass or not, bro. The Lakers are not going anywhere with Darvin Ham as their coach. You can mark that down, whatever you want to say. Darvin Ham is there are many problems with the Lakers. Darvin Ham is number one. That sounds harsh, but it's the truth. The guy is not what we need. Maybe he can go to Detroit or something like that and go coach them. But Darvin Ham is not what the Lakers need. All right. Not saying he's a bad coach. I'm not saying he can't coach in the NBA because he clearly can. I also saw him going head to head with Steve Kerr in the playoffs and making great adjustments. But guess what? He doesn't do it consistently, and there's too many negatives to outweigh the positive, in my opinion. And guess what? That's usually bad for you, bro. So Darvinham, you're gonna have to go, bro. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to go. All right, let's see what else we got on this thing that we need to talk about. I guess speaking of managers, we can switch to football real quick and talk about Ancelotti. Now, you talk about a guy that's making it work with what he has. This year, I don't know if there's been a manager better than Carlo Ancelotti. Out maybe Xabi Alonso, you want to say? What's it called? Let me see. We'll check across the top five leads, and you tell me if there's a manager out there that you think that's overperforming with what they have outside Carlo. Liverpool, right? They're number one in the league right now, so I'll take them because Man City are not doing too well. Arsenal aren't doing too well either. So we're gonna take them out the equation. Maybe you want to say Spurs and Ange, but I don't think he's on Carlos level yet, in my opinion. But yeah, so let's take Klopp and Emery. Both their squad are fairly. I know Aston Villa had a few injuries early on, but from what I remember, they're not doing too bad. There's and then you gotta remember about expectations. What comes with managing Real Madrid and stuff like that. So Aston Villa already have four losses in the league compared to Liverpool's one, right? So let's say Klopp is the best manager this year, right? They have only one loss, and I believe that came against Spurs against that fluke round. But if you look at their team, you have an attack that's deep, deep. The real weakness that comes with Liverpool is their midfield, and I believe the midfield is fine in my opinion. I don't think I think if you play Curtis Jones and you play him with a pivot with someone else, and then you have someone else up top as a 10 or as an other 8 and stuff like that, I believe that works, bro. Like you can have a double pivot of Jones and Alexis McAllister and then Saboslight. That works in my opinion. And then you could even invert Trent here and there depending on what time of the game that you want. But I don't think their midfield is a weakness of theirs. Maybe you want to say their defenders, like sometimes Kanate gets injured and stuff like that, and but then they also have the kid from Liverpool, their academy, Kwanzaa, that's been doing well. Then you have Matip, you have what's it called? What's his name? Joe Gomez, who's been playing very fantastic at fullback, if I say so myself, in my opinion, and I think he's done well, bro. And that I'm just saying it. Like if you look at Real Madrid squad, bro, our defense we have one fit center back and two fullbacks that can play as a right back, and that's it. One fit left back, right? And that is Fran Garcia, who has been struggling to adapt to Real Madrid this year. And that's we haven't seen the Fran Garcia. I think we've seen from. I know he's from our academy, but I think he played at Rayo of what team they yeah Vallecano I don't know how to say properly, but yeah, we're not seeing the kid that we saw last year, in my opinion, and I believe we will maybe next year. But you're talking about how many players that Carlo is making perform this right now, and it doesn't make sense in my opinion. Jude Bellingham, bro, a major reason why Jude Bellingham is performing like he is because of Carlo Ancelotti. If you have time, bro, I want you to go look at the number 10s that have played under Carlo Ancelotti, and you'll see why Jude is performing like he is. Rodrigo is on fantastic form right now. Earlier in the season, he was going through a bad patch, but he was just missing chances. Like his overall play was still there. He was just not putting the chances in the back of the net. Brahim Diaz, a very good surprise in my opinion for this season. Can play multiple roles. Has performed performed, and he has exceeded our expectations of what he had. Vinny took a little bit of a while. Him and Reggio, I feel like it took them a little bit of while to adapt to the two striker up top role, but he's doing well in my opinion. What's it called? He just came back from injury. Joselu is playing all right in my opinion. He's missing a few chances there, but outside of that, he's been very good as the backup striker. Tony Cruz, bro, the whole midfield, bro. Like I'm gonna say all their names: Tony Cruz, Fede Valverde. Oh my gosh, I can't speak enough about Valverde. How good he's been this season, bro. Playing multiple roles, playing on the right side of the diamond, the in the double pivot with Tony Cruz. That way, Tony Cruz has legs around him to perform well. He's been doing it well, bro. Luka Modric still showing how great and brilliant he is. Jude Bellingham perfectly, bro. Jude Bellingham can't you. I don't know how many players have had that good of a start at a legendary club at Real Madrid or like of that stature, and he's one of them. And for him to do it at the age that he's doing is insane. Tucci brilliant season so far, in my opinion. In my opinion, same for Kamavinga when he was playing. A lot of injuries are holding us back right now. But yeah, there's not too many players I can say that are failing and that are underperforming. Kepa was alone, so we're not gonna count him. But outside of David Alaba, who's now out for the year, and Ferland Mendy, who has been quite horrible outside of that one Champions League run we went to with Benzema a couple years ago, I believe Ferland Mendy has just fallen off, and that's really because of all of the injuries that he's had. And he's never been that great offensively either. but you're talking about a guy who struggled this year with injuries. So you have two players underperforming this season, and then you have other players that are performing at world class levels. Rodrigo is playing at world class level. Jude Bellingham is playing at world class level. Fede Valverde is playing at world class level. Luka Modric, Tony Cruz are playing at world class level. And there's this one guy. He wears number 22 for Real Madrid. He plays center back, bro. He's had like five different partners. I can name you all of them. Nacho, David Alaba, Tuchemani, who else am I missing? Danny Carvajal. There's one more player that he played with this year that I can't think of on top of my head. But Antonio Rudiger has quite literally been the best defender in the world. I don't want to hear about Saliba, John Stones, Ruben Diaz, anybody like that. Antonio Rudiger has quietly been the best player, the best defender in the world this season. All right, he locked up Victor Osimhen twice in the Champions League. We seen what he did to Haaland last year in the Champions League semifinal. And if Ancelotti wasn't such a dickhead and played him in the beginning of the year, then we probably, I don't want to say we win the game, but it would have been a lot closer than it was. And he's also played with Eder Militao before he got injured, right? The same person that we Madrid fans were saying for Rudiger needed, of that what's called Militao needed to be benched to be for Rudiger to play. All right. Lucas Vasquez has performed well this season. Andre Lunin has played well this season. So you tell me 2.3 players in this whole squad isn't playing well, bro. And you're asking me why shouldn't Carlo Ancelotti get a new contract or a contract extension? I know Madrid fans are scared and stuff like that because of what's been going on, but the fact that we're first in the Champions League in our group and through the round of 16 and we're first in La Liga, bro. We've lost one game this season, if I remember correctly, and that was to Atletico Madrid. Listen, outside of that one game, there's not much I can complain from the guy, bro. He's overachieving with the squad. And I'm not saying it like the squad is terrible, but there's been a lot of injuries and there's a lot of players that are playing in different positions that they would love to. All right. And made every single one of them perform this season. So whether you like Carlo or not, or whether you question his tactics or not, I'm someone that does. I believe that he's been the best manager in the world this season. Right. Uh So he deserves that extension, in my opinion. We can't really blame him. The only thing, if I would have did, I would have just waited for the end of the season, and then I would have gave it if that was the hold up and the deal. If he didn't like us waiting on him till the end of the season, then I would have said it doesn't matter. You can go. I'll bring Javi Alonso in, but that's the only reason why. That's the only question mark to me about this whole extending Carlo Ancelotti, and that's Xabi Alonso. Because what I'm seeing from Bayer Leverkusen right now is simply amazing. It's simply exquisite. All right, and he's been doing perfectly fine. And I thought it would have been just the logical thing for Carlo to step down and go to Brazil like it was set to be, but I guess that's not happening. And his contract would have ran out, so we wouldn't have to fire him a second time. And then Xabi Alonso would have came in, took the reins from him, his former manager, one of his former managers, and then helped raise the squad to another level with his tactics, something that Carlos simply doesn't do. But guess what? What Carlo lacks in tactics, which I believe is vastly overstated, he makes up with man management. All right. The guy will get players to perform. He will get players to score goals if that's what they need to be. How many managers has Jude Bellingham played under that played him as a 10? Nobody else thought that they everyone else thought he was a number 8 that can not that he can't play as a number 8, but that's where everybody else was playing him. And he's clearly Carlos said, I see something in you that I've seen in players that I've coached in the past. I've seen that you can score goals. You know what? We lost Benzema this year, but we're gonna need somebody to score goals. I think it's you. don't I know you have a lot of expectations on you because you're the $100 million man and stuff like that. You know, one of the first English players to play for Real Madrid in a while. But guess what? I believe in you. I think that you can score goals that you will make Real Madrid fans forget about what's it called? Benzema and Ronaldo and those type of players where we used to score a bunch of goals. And Jude Bellingham has done that. And for that reason alone, I say Carlo Ancelotti should be able to stay until he wants to, or until the results say they don't want that they shouldn't. All right. The only like if Real Madrid were like had like two more players, and let's say we had another striker that was reliable and another center back that was reliable, and maybe another fullback that was reliable, I would say we would win the trouble right now. But because we have so many injuries, we have one fit center back, two fit right backs, and one fit left back. That's the only reason why I'm holding out. But even Kepa has looked good in goal. So I can't even complain. Like we're rotating him and Lunin right now. They both have been doing their job, in my opinion. And yeah, but the thing is that if you're a Madrid fan, you would have seen all these reports about like how we're not gonna buy any players in December when it comes to like a center back and the positions that we need. I'm not saying Real Madrid are broke here, but the penny pension that they've been making these past few years don't make sense to me. We need a Benzema replacement even before Benzema left. And guess what? I know we bought Endrick and stuff like that, but we needed him last year. And the fact that we've gone a whole season without actual number nine is mind boggling, and that's something that we're gonna need to fix, in my opinion. All right. But yeah, I don't know if we're broke or not, but the board at some point are gonna have to get off their ass. All right. I'm talking to you, Florentino Perez. I get you want to have the Super League be a success, but right now, Real Madrid needs you, bro. We need a new center back, whether that's Varane, whether that's Inacio from Sporting, or Silva from Benfica. I don't care who it is. A Lenny, I think it's Euro from Lille. Yeah, Lenny Euro from Lille, one of the best prospects out there right now at center back position who would certainly be cheap. Someone that's been said that looks like the new Varane and stuff like that. That's the type of player that we should be bringing in. Like, but yeah, I don't care who it is, bro. Just bringing a uh, backup center back because we need that option out there, bro. It's kind of crazy how much similarities there is between both my teams, but yeah. Uh, what else should we move on to? I'm sorry, I just got like the notes out, so I'm just going back to it to make sure we hit all our opinions. All right, we gotta talk about Barcelona. They are currently third in La Liga, but they barely scraped by. Just one off a penalty today, and not to say less, but that penalty was very questionable. But I don't blame him for giving it there. I would have asked for it if I was on that team, and if I was a fan of that team, I would have asked for it. And they asked and they received, and that was that they did receive because they were able to get another point to they were able to go get the 3 points that they needed. All right. Uh, what time is it right now? I forgot where we left off, but I know we were talking about Real Madrid. All right. Uh, so yeah, I don't know what's going on for Real Madrid, but we need to make a few signings so we don't have to rely on few players. But yeah, but yeah, a center back would be great. Like I said, Gonzalo Nacio, Antonio Silva, Lenny Euro, great options out there for us to bring in. We do need another striker. I would love a Dusan Vlahovic or something like that. Just a short loan, bro. We don't need to like have like a major signing, in my opinion. But just give us a short loan, Perez, bro. And I don't know if the club is broke or not, but we shouldn't be broke. And if we are, bro, you're gonna have to take your eyes off that. What's it called? Off the Super League for a sec, bro, because we need you, bro. All right, we need you out there, bro. All right. Speaking of teams in La Liga, I do want to touch on Barca on La Liga. The title race this year has been juicy. All right, today or yesterday, Girona, who are second La Liga, but are tied with us basically on points. They beat Atletico Madrid 4-3. Alvaro Morata scored a hat trick. The rat, but I'll leave him I'll leave him be. But I'll just shout out all the Girona scorers for yesterday. We had Valerie Fernandez, Savio, Daily Blin, and Ivan Martin. Shout out Ivan Martin, bro. If you know, if you know, you know. Uh, we just had to share the same name. That's the only reason. But yeah, Girona have looked very good this season. I believe they've only lost to us. If I remember correctly, we beat them 3-0, and that was like early in the season. But yeah, it's very interesting what's happening with Girona. Like you got I'm seeing like fans from other leagues rooting for them, making it seem like it's a lesser type of story. Although their spending isn't that big this year, I do think because they're a city group, I won't blame them and everything. But hey, I won't like blow the bubble or anything like that. But if people want to root for them for La Liga, I think it's better for La Liga if there's another team like Girona competing with big three, right? And there's a lot of teams having good season this year. Real Betis is doing good. If I remember, they're doing good in the Champions League. Uh, are they? No, they're in Europa. They're doing good in Europa. And what's it called? Real Sociedad is the one that I'm talking about. They're first in their. They finished first in their group, if I remember. Atletico Madrid has always been Atletico Madrid, and then Athletic Club, bro. If they're the ones with that weird rule where you need the players to be from your area, bro, for them to be doing as good as they are, bro, with that weird rule, that's so interesting. If you don't know, you need to be able to be from the area that athletic club play for you to be able to play for the club. And that means they heavily rely on academy kids and stuff like that. Very interesting story in my opinion. But let's go through the stands right now. So Real Madrid is first with 48 points, but because of goal difference, shout out our defense, Rudiger, like I've been saying, best defender in the world. We have a goal difference of 29 versus Girona, who have a goal difference of 22, but also have 48 points. So therefore, they are second. Barcelona, who won today, a very fluky win, if I may say so myself. But hey, Xavi escaped with another win, and they are on 41 points. Athletic Club is on 38 points, and Atletico Madrid are on 38 points. If they had won yesterday, they would have been tied with Barca for third right now. So it's really looking good. In terms of parity, this has been the best I will say that La Liga has been in a while. You got, we'll keep on going. Real Betis is seventh, Getafe is eighth, Valencia is ninth, Las Palmas is 10th, uh, Rayo Vallecano is 11th. Osasuna is 12th. Villarreal is 13th. Mallorca is 14th. Alaves is 15th. Sevilla is 16th. Shout out my boy Sergio Ramos, another player that I said that we should have brought back, and it would have been perfect for us. But guess what? We did it. But yeah. But yeah, but like I said, The better the parity is in La Liga, the better it is for us, especially Real Madrid fans. That like we don't want a thing like the more we've had more different winners in the league than Premier League has, and we're not, and we're looked more as a farmers league than they are, bro. Like that doesn't make sense to me. But hey, but yeah, there was something else I needed to talk about with La Liga. Okay, so let's talk about Barca real quick. Uh, they barely escaped today with a win, and that was very interesting because if what's it called? If the defender for Las Palmas doesn't foul Gundogan, whether you think that's a foul or not, bro, why are you trying to push the guy in the back in the 93rd minute or 92nd minute, bro? Like that's just being stupid, bro. Your team fought so hard for the point, and now you're going and doing stupid shit like that, giving a free penalty away. And guess what? A guy like Gundogan is always gonna bury that, bro, because he has way too much experience. But the good thing is that if you are one of those people that believe that Xavi is not a great manager, wins like this keep him in his job. So we will see like what Javi is made of this season, because he's gotten through the run. He's at the round of 16 in the Champions League. We will see if Barcelona can make a title, can claw back and try to join Girona and Real Madrid in the title race. We're gonna see what Javi is made of. So for those that think he's a bad manager, we're gonna see if he's a good one or not. All right. I personally kind of I think there's a few holes in that Barcelona team. Like their striker, I mean they do have Victor Roque now, so the maybe the striker situation will be fixed. But I feel like, and then their midfield, I feel like there's a big imbalance there. And then I like the back four, and I like the goalkeeper. Uh, who played today for as a goalkeeper? Was it Inaki? No, it was someone else. But I feel like there's a few holes in their team. But whether you think that Xavi should get the chance to be the one to fix those holes is up to you. But the guy did win the league last year, like, and he had them performing insane. But then also, if you look at his win percentage in Europe, it's not great, bro. It's not great. But yeah, we are gonna touch back on the Premier League, kind of do like a quick Premier League roundup and see what's happening. I want to talk on like the big sits and like some of their games and stuff like that, and we're gonna see what's going on. All right. One of the teams that I wanted to talk about is Arsenal, because they're not firing like they're supposed to, and that's been a very big question mark. I'm one of the guys that actually kind of like Arteta, bro. Like I feel like he's a great manager. He plays, he has a lot of passion on touchline, and I feel like if he was like the manager for my club, like Real Madrid, I would love him, bro. Like I feel like I would back him. He backs his players. He does kind of have like a problem with managing big egos, but at the end of the day, that's his first time being a manager, so he might not be too used to it. But I do feel like he made a huge mistake in the summer with buying Kai Havertz, because that's not what they needed. They really needed a good left center mid that they could pair it up with Declan Rice and Odegaard. They had Declan Rice and Odegaard. You have like basically two-thirds of the puzzle fits. You just needed that other piece, bro. And Kai Havertz was not that person. And I feel like he took the risk, bro. I get it. Like he's him and Joao Felix, bro. They looked at these guys with so much talent. I feel like Joao Felix would have been the better option now, honestly. But you look at these guys; they have so much talent. But the question is that talent, is it worth risking your team and the what's it called and the chemistry that the team has, and know how the whole team works to try to fit these talents in? And with Kai Havertz, I disagree. It's not. Now you see like their wingers are struggling because wha- the wingers are taking a step back, the strikers are taking a step back. Their defense is what's really been holding them on, and even their fullback situation. I don't love it, bro. Ben White has taken a massive step back. He's not providing Saka the support that he used to anymore. Maybe teams have clocked in that, hey, even when he does overlap, it's not like he's gonna do anything. So you know what? We're gonna fuck what Ben White is doing over there. We're still gonna double up on Saka. And I there's this thing that Arsenal fans do. They always say that Saka is tired, bro. I don't get it. It's either he's tired or he's injured. And for some person, for me, who's watched Vinny play a lot, bro, and I don't know, maybe they're built different. I don't know. I just feel like that's just a really bit easy excuse to use to give Saka a pass. And they don't even say that for Martinelli. And I feel like they play like equal games at least. And maybe they don't play the same amount of minutes, but for the most part, they usually start together, and I don't hear that excuse from Martinelli when he's struggling and stuff like that. And then their whole striker situations, I don't love it, bro. Eddie Nketiah is making 100K a week, and he doesn't seem to be able to like. I don't think he's worth it, bro. I don't care. He's not worth it to me. He's wearing the number 14 shirt. Doesn't seem worth it. And then the guy that's supposed to be your starting striker, Gabriel Jesus, is out here telling people, "Oh, scoring goals is not my strong put." Bro, you're a striker. Make it your strong put. And I'm not saying he's not working on it or anything like that, but he should be making like a strong put and for them to be able to succeed, bro. Because I don't think Arsenal are gonna need to go get a striker and a left center mid, and maybe they might need another fullback, especially our right back because if you want to say Timber can play there, they need to buy another fullback outside of Timber. All right, because Zinchenko or Ben White, I don't think you're going anywhere with them, bro. To be honest, and then you have to look at Martinelli and Saka and question. Now you're gonna have to start questioning if they are those guys that you can rely on, because these times are they're these times are the times where you're supposed to be able to rely on them. You're not able to. And I'm looking at like Arteta, like I'm seeing the vision of why he wanted to buy Mergic, bro. I'm seeing it, bro, because when I watch Mergic play, very good player. He's very intelligent. He's intelligent, but like he's still so raw, so it doesn't look as good as it can be. But I believe like under a manager like Arteta, bro, if he would have gotten him, bro, like I could just imagine what he would have did with him. Because look what he did with Martinelli, bro. He was playing like the third or fourth division in Brazil or some crazy stuff like that, and he's made him into a good player, bro. Imagine what he would have did with Merger, someone who has a bunch of talent, raw ability, and we would have seen that, bro. Uh, the other team I want to talk about from the Prem is I guess we'll talk a little bit on Liverpool, Man City. I guess basically the big six, bro. Liverpool, very good season for them so far. No one thought they would be what to call where they are right now. But hey, Klopp has got them humming, he's got them performing, and they what's it called? And they're playing great right now. They're just the other day they had the highest recorded XG, if not in the whole world of football, then just in the Premier League history. And that's just insane, bro. I do think their strikers need to be a little bit clinical, but I believe you can put a guy like Jota in there who will be more clinical than Darwin Nunes. And guess what? That might be like sometimes you gotta tweak stuff, bro. Maybe you put Darwin Nunes down the left, but I did see Luis Diaz perform on their last game, so he did look better than he has in the past. So maybe Luis Diaz is taking that next step. But it's gonna be very interesting to watch them to see how they play without Salah and stuff like that. And we gotta talk about that boy Trent, bro. And Van Dyke. Van Dyke. Let's talk about Van Dyke first. Not Van Dyke will never look like his old self because he peaked so high, bro. And people like when he because he peaked so high, bro. People expect so much from him. Now that he's playing at this level that he's playing, people think he's still not great, bro. But the way he's playing right now, I believe it's like there's not many center backs I'm taking over him, bro. Like outside of Rudiger, maybe like or Saliba. Even Saliba has more mistakes in him than Van Dijk these days. And for me, those like Rudiger and Van Dijk will be if I'm starting a team right now. Those two will be my starting center backs, and that just speaks to Van Dijk on how like he realized that he doesn't have the athleticism that he used to have. He realized that this injury that he had was holding him back, so he readjusted his game, and now look at him. He's back to the top. Whether he reached those levels that he once did, I doubt it, but he's looking good out there, bro. And then Man City are like, Man City is such a hilarious team, bro. It feels like every other day they were losing games, but guess what? They're 5 points away from from first place, bro, and they're like one game. They have one game in hand, bro. And when you talk about the players that they're about to get in terms of John Stones and Kevin De Bruyne, bro, those are like one of two of the main pieces that made that system click last year. And we're about to see them come back fresh and fresh from injury. You also got Doku coming back from injury. Bro, it's very scary, bro. I'm glad I don't have to go to against Man City every year for a league title, bro. Because if I had to, I would be pissed, bro, because that team is very scary, bro. And the way they talk about the fourth P it's like, yeah, we want that, bro. We want to break the record, bro. We want to be the ones that we want to own the record, bro. We don't want to just own the record with Man United for doing a 3P. We want to have our own record. Guess what? Now Man United's gonna have to match that. Now Arsenal are gonna have to match that. Now Liverpool are gonna have to match that. We're gonna be the record owners, all right? You're gonna have to match us. And basically what we did feels so impossible because the mental fatigue and all that it feels so impossible for anyone to even think about doing that. And so what they're trying to accomplish right now this season is nuts, in my opinion. But if any team can do it, bro, it would be them, bro. It would be them, bro. Literally, their mentality monsters this year, and yeah, let's go to the next door neighbors, opposite of mentality monster. This team, bro, I'm looking at their last five. They have one win in their last five. And if I remember, oh, wait, no, that's somebody else. They have one win in their last five and one draw in their last five. Bro, like, Man United is such a mess, bro. Like you'd have a performance like they did against Liverpool and then lose West Ham. You'd have a performance like you had against Chelsea, then lose to fucking Bournemouth. Bro. Like it doesn't add up, bro. And honestly, bro, if I was the owner, if I was Jim Ratcliffe, clean out, bro. Everyone gotta go, bro. Outside of Kobe Mainu and the young academy kids, and maybe Lissandro Martinez, everyone gotta go, bro. Everyone gotta go, bro. And Hoyland, bro. I'll keep Hoyland. I think there's a player in there. Everyone gotta go. Rashford, thank you. Goodbye. You want to go to PSG? Goodbye. Bruno, don't care. Everybody got because it doesn't make sense, bro. It doesn't make sense how a team that big can be so inconsistent, bro. How do you come back against Aston Villa, who are second place in the league, but lose to Nottingham Forest? Bro? It doesn't make sense, bro. They're the type to go out against Wigan Athletic, bro. But it doesn't make sense to me, bro. But yeah, look, Man United, you gotta get your shit together, bro. And if I was you, I would clean sweep like Chelsea did. It might take you. I mean, it didn't work out for Chelsea yet because they're 10th right now. But sooner or later, it'll improve for them because of that clean out. And then we'll touch on Chelsea real quick, and then we'll go on into the other stuff we gotta talk about. But Chelsea beat Luton 3-2, and they beat the other game before that they beat Crystal Palace 2-1. So they've won back to back games for like I don't know since when, and good results for them. They're only 3 points away from United. Right, yeah, from United who are in eighth place, and Brighton who are in seventh place. So right now they're looking good in my opinion. Uh, the really problem I have with Chelsea is Pochettino not playing players in their position. I think once he does that, then we'll see a different version of them. And But yeah, and Kunku came in, looked great in my opinion, and he's done. I think the thing that he's it's not like he's been like some superstar or anything like that, but I think the one thing that he's done, uh, the one thing that he's done has been help. Like he has high IQ. Like I remember watching Felix last year, and there outside of him, Enzo and a few other players, there were much very high IQ players. And now you see him playing one twos with Nico Jackson. You see him playing one twos with Merger. Now you see them like it seems like a good dynamic now, bro. Now the question is, can Jackson be that striker that Chelsea needs? The question is because Cole Palmer has stepped up. He's been unbelievable. Madueke looks like a good backup right winger. He's performing his last two games, scored two goals. Murjic, when he's healthy, he's played well, in my opinion. Murjic looked like the type of player to me. He needs to play, bro. He needs to play like full 90 minutes and be allowed to make mistakes, bro. And whether you think he can get that at Chelsea or not is truly the question. But I believe there's a player in there, bro. Like you can see the raw talent and the moments of brilliances and the spaces he's picking up and stuff like that. There's a player in there, bro. He just needs the right manager and the right uh people around him, and I believe we'll see like I don't know if we'll ever see that player, that Ballon d'Or type of player, like people were rumored that he'll be, but I believe there's a player in there, bro, and I think they can get something out of him, bro. But yeah, I love what Nkunku's doing, bro. He's just basically gluing the glue for the front three, bro. That was such a smart buy, bro. The Chelsea, like for all the stupid money they spent, bro, I feel like they done it right in certain positions. Malo Gusto, buy Malo Gusto for being a Reece James backup. Perfect, bro. I'll take Malo Gusto right now at Real Madrid, bro. Right now, bro. I'll take him right now, bro. And for them to have him as a backup for Reece James because Reece James gets injured so much, smart buy. Got him for cheap too. You see a guy like Bobby Sheila, bro. Smart buy, pretty cheap. They do need to fix their left back situation, in my opinion. But yeah, Cole Palmer, brilliant buy, bro. Like they for all their mistakes and all the dumb shit they've done, I believe they're doing all right, bro. I believe they are. All right, let's see. I guess basically we'll run through the league table quick. Liverpool's first place with 45 points. Aston Villa, very big surprise, 42 points. They're second in the table. Man City is third with 40 points. Arsenal is fourth with 40 points, tied with City. Spurs are fifth with 39 points. Brilliant job by Ange, by the way. Like what he's been doing with all the injuries and stuff like that. Brilliant job by him, bro, in my opinion. Brighton are no West Ham, excuse me. West Ham are sixth with 34 points. The way they've used that Declan Rice money, bro, proper business, bro. Flip Declan Rice into a great business, into a whole new midfield, basically, and it's worked out great for them. So good to see. David Moyes might be getting a new contract. The real weak position I really see, bro, their goalkeeper, bro. Every time I watch him, he's playing out of his mind, bro. But I do think they need another striker and something like that. But outside that, they've been playing very well. Good to see. Paqueta playing good this year again. Brazil need like him to play well. Brighton are seventh with 31 points. Man United are eighth with 31 points. Newcastle, who's been dealing with a lot of injuries, are 29 with have 29 points in their ninth. Chelsea are 10th with 28 points. So is Wolves, and then we'll go to the bottom of the table. Sheffield United, who look like they're going straight down, have 9 points under 20th. Burnley are 20 or 19th with 11 points. Burnley, I feel like if they weren't so stuck in their ways, they might be able to stay up and like pull a Fugazi thing, but it doesn't look like that. But yeah, Luton Town have 15 points and they're in 18th place with a game in hand over Everton, which is a very interesting story because Everton got the 10 points taken away from them, and if they that didn't happen, then they would be at 26 points, which would be around like 12 in the league table. But now they're 1 point away from being a relegation zone. So we'll see if Everton can pick it up and Sean Dyche, man. But yeah, Brentford are 19th. They also have a game in hand. No, Brentford have 19 points. They have a game in hand, and they're in 16th place. All right, and Ivan Tony should be coming back soon. And the manager, I believe, has said that they're not selling him, and if they are, they're probably gonna put some insane price tag on him. That way, they can go buy replacement. Nottingham Forest are 15th with 20 points. And Crystal Palace are 14th with 21 points. So bottom of the table looks very spicy outside. Like two teams are confirmed to go down, in my opinion. The question is whether Luton Town goes down with them, or if they perform well enough that they have somebody come down with them. The other thing that I wanted to talk about real quick was the World 11 for FIFA, because this thing is ridiculous, people. Like, I'm a Real Madrid fan, bro, and some of these things we're gonna have to talk about it. Like, we gonna talk about it. First off, goalkeepers. What is Courtois doing there, bro? My bro's been injured for how long now, bro? And yeah, and Edison won the treble. All right. No, this is 2023, but I'm pretty sure World Cup is 2022. But hey, Emi Martinez is second in the league with Aston Villa. We'll leave him be. I do think Allison should be there, but yeah. Now let's look at the defenders. Militao, I love you, bro, but you've been out, bro. Get out of here, bro. Van Dyke. No, Van Dyke's been alright. Kyle Walker has not been that great this season, in my opinion. If I would remove him. John Stones barely plays. Well, he plays like 5 games a year, bro. What is he doing here, bro? Like, I don't get it, bro. But hey, let's move on to the midfielders. This is like really where I have a lot of problems. Jude Bellingham, perfect, great addition. Gundogan, perfect, great addition in my opinion. Won the treble, doing good with Barca. International wise, not doing so great. De Bruyne, my dude, bro. What are you doing here, bro? You've been injured for a while now. Basically missed half the season. But yeah, Luka Modric, bro. I do not know how Luka Modric keeps getting these situations. And I legit think he's getting into like all these lists by names, bro. Because there's no reason why he should be in these lists, bro. Tony Cruz has been a better player than Luka Modric for a while now, but for some reason he gets left out of these conversations that Luka gets put in, bro. And it doesn't make sense to me, bro. Don't get me wrong, bro. I love Luca, bro, but this guy has a Ballon d'Or that he shouldn't have, only because he really performed well in the World Cup. But if you look at that team, bro, he was never the best player in there, bro. There was no way you tell me Luka Modric was better than Ronaldo in 2018. But besides that, bro, I really think it's unfair for Tony Cruz to be outperforming Luka Modric every year, basically every other year, and for him to not be put into these convos and Luka to be. So if you're gonna put a Real Madrid player, bro, put Tony Cruz in these lists. Rodri, of course, has been great this year. I said this year. Yeah, he's got a good been had a good year, won the treble with Man City, of course. Won the Nations League, also. Bernardo Silva, bro, if you know me, you know I'd say he doesn't perform for Portugal, but at the end of the day, he also won the treble. So good for him. And he's been all right this season. Valverde, I love Valverde, bro. He's picked up his game from another level, played well this season. But yeah. All right. Now the attackers and the forwards. A lot of bro, there's like three players that belong here. You're gonna call me crazy, but Benzema should not be on here. He did not have that good of a year last year for him to even be here, and the fact that he's in Saudi should not add him here. If I'm going based off that logic, Ronaldo, I love you, bro. I know you scored 53 or 54 goals, bro. Broski, you and Messi, bro. Like, we just gotta hang it up, bro. It's all right, bro. We gotta let these legends go, bro. We gotta let them go, bro. It's okay, bro. I love them, bro. Like, I got how many Ronaldo jerseys? One, two, like, there's another one right there, bro. Like, I love Ronaldo, bro. I love Messi, bro. Like, I know people say, like, oh, you're a Messi hater and all that. But stop putting them in these conversations, bro. It's all right, bro. Messi won his World Cup. He got his Ballon d'Or. Stop putting him in these lists, bro. He's in the MLS. Let him chill. Let him earn his bag. Let him do whatever, bro. Ronaldo, he's getting his bag in Saudi, bro. He got his goal record for the year, bro. It's all right, bro. Like, let these players go, bro. We don't have to keep on holding on to them, bro, and think that like they're a relic of the past. Not a relic of the past, but like, bro, it's like, bro, like at some point, bro, like they're taking away from other players that should be there, in my opinion, and that's not fair. So we gotta let them go. And yeah. But outside that, Holland, Kane, Mbappe, well deserved. Vinny, I would say he performed well last season, but he has been injured this season. So I mean, if you want to put Vinny there, that's fine. But in my opinion, if I was building the World 11, I would have Edison as my goalkeeper, Diaz, Van Dyke, and Rudiger as my three center backs. I believe that's how they do it. And then so probably do 3-4-3. Yeah, let's do 3-4-3. And then Bellingham, Gundogan, Rodri, Valverde. Let me see. Gundogan, Bellingham, Rodri, Valverde. Where do you think that makes sense balance wise? That's what I'm putting. And then my front three would be Holland, Kane, and Mbappe. And yeah, in my opinion, that's how it should go. But yeah. Okay, that's gonna be it for the World 11, and that's probably gonna be it for us today. Like I said, guys, I'm gonna try to get these podcasts out to you these this year. We're gonna be on our shit, bro. I'm gonna be posting more videos that's cut up from the podcast. And then if you've seen me, I've been doing videos on Russell Wilson and the Broncos on that page. There's a lot of stuff I want to do. I'm gonna do other content on my other YouTube channel. So if you guys love that shit, bro, please drop a like, bro. Keep subscribing to the channels because that's the way I have like a personal goal that I want to hit this year, and I would love to hit them. And so, if you guys can help me with that, that would be great, in my opinion. There's a lot of stuff that we go through that you guys probably don't know, but at the same time, you guys are going through shit too, bro. We just out here trying to get live our dreams, shit like that. So, if you guys can help me do that, live my dream, I would appreciate that. And if one day maybe I can help you guys, that would be great also. But yeah, if you guys love the pod, I would appreciate if you drop a follow on wherever on Instagram. We're gonna get everything back popping, everything more clips out. We're gonna get everything out again and revived again. I know we neglected you guys, but whether it's just me doing solo pods like this or whether it's me with CP, we're gonna, bro. It's gonna get back to the basics, bro. We're getting back to the basics. We're pumping content out every day for you guys. We're gonna have the podcast drop, and then we're gonna have cut up sections of the podcast drop. All right, so it's gonna be great. We're gonna do a lot of stuff. We're gonna do a lot of videos this year. And I'm gonna try my best to remain consistent. All right, whether it's once a week, I have to figure out what day of the week that will be. I usually like doing it on like a Monday or Tuesday, but today it's Thursday. So yeah, like I said, we're gonna try to do up everything, the production wise, everything like that. But if you rock this out this year, if you've been following us since last year, I appreciate it. Like I said, I think I appreciate y'all. I continue to pray to God for y'all. Keep God in your lives. What's it called? I know sometimes you guys are going through stuff and like sometimes it doesn't make sense, bro. But you need so it doesn't make sense sometimes, but it'll work out like like I promise you, if you have trust and faith in God, it'll work out somehow. And that's all I gotta say. But yeah, uh, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I'm gonna pray for y'all. If y'all need prayers, drop it in the comments. I'll pray for y'all and stuff like that. And if you've been rocking with me and stuff like that, I appreciate you. Like I said, we're gonna get these podcasts out. We're gonna get these content out. And we appreciate y'all, man. Here, especially at the Off the Field podcast, bro. Like I said, this either is gonna drop tomorrow or the day after, but it will be out before Saturday or definitely by Saturday. But I appreciate y'all. Uh, enjoy the rest. I said enjoy the rest of the year. Enjoy the beginning of the year. We're gonna lock in. Work hard if you have something you want to do. Write your goals down. Don't let them like don't let last year be last year. If you want to do something this year, make sure you put your mind to it. Because I truly believe if you put your mind through something, you can do anything. So, like I said, this year is gonna be very different, and we're gonna take it to the next level. So, if you've been rocking with us, we appreciate you. I know I said that before, but I truly do. Keep subscribing, keep liking the videos, keep listening on all audio platforms, on Spotify, on Apple and Google Play, everywhere where you're supposed to get your podcast. We should be at, bro. But I appreciate you guys. And that's going to be it.